Hello friends, the last couple of videos we discussed how to analyze the 10-year cash flow statement using different prompts. So now we are close to the end of the series where I'll be showing you how to calculate the different ratios or ratio analysis specific to cash flow statement. As I talk about cash flow, it could have been a bouncer to many of you. So what I suggest is check into my blog where I have written a series of blogs to help you completely understand end to end of cash flow analysis. And this video is particularly focused on ratios. So I have to tell a word about it. There are two blogs on ratios, part 1 and part 2. If you see the ratios, majority of them are dependent on the number from other statements as well. For example, if you pick up the asset efficiency ratio, it is dependent on the total assets from the balance sheet. These are all not purely cash flow statement ratios. It is dependent some way or the other the another number in the income statement or balance sheet. For example, if you take up this, here current liabilities comes from the balance sheet. So it's a cross ratio. I can say it's not purely a what do you say purely a cash flow statement ratios, but it's dependent on other numbers. So though there are many ratios, I will not be able to calculate unless I have these other numbers from the other two statements. So after filtering everything, I could see that I could only meaningfully calculate two ratios. That is free cash flow statement and free cash flow to OCF ratio, which I'll be shortly showing you. So this is the complete list of ratios what I was talking about. You can have a look. For example, in this ratio, you need the market cap. So this is the ratio which I'll be calculating through the prompt. So in the second part of the blog, I have shown you, you can revisit this blog where I have shown you with the detailed calculation examples, etc. For example, this ratio will depend upon net profit actually, net profit from the income statement. So I will not be able to calculate these ratios using this cash flow statement alone, but we will explore how to calculate all this in the future blocks using the numbers from both cash flow as well as income statement. For now, we'll get back to our prompt where I input the 10-year statement and try to get these ratios. The prompt is from the attached cash flow statement, calculate the below ratios. Free cash flow, which is nothing but operating cash flow minus capital expenditure. This minus is deliberately put as plus. I'll show you in a moment why. Please bear with me till then. The other one is free FCF to OCF ratio. So the significance of those ratios and other things, I would request you to quickly go through my blog to understand the significance and importance of these ratios. So here now I'm going to put it in ChatGPT. I'm going to upload the detailed 10-year cash flow statement. From the attached cash flow statement, calculate the below ratios. Okay. Once it calculates, we need to validate whether it has done properly. So how we do that is, we try to see, we try to get, okay, it is extracting the numbers. How we do is, we ask to show one sample calculation and we'll try to check the numbers. Here it is calculated. So year wise it's showing. Let me make it a little smaller to enable a better comparison. Okay. What I'm going to ask is, please show one sample calculation as made in March 2023. Okay, for March 2023, it should show me a sample output. Okay, fine. So now I'm going to verify this. I'm yet to answer why I have put this plus. I'll come back to that. Just please hold on with me. It is taking free cash flow is OCF is 115 and capital expenditure is minus 439. So let me dig the image. March 2023 operating cash flow is 115, you can see here, and capex is here 439. It has bought fixed assets worth 439 crores and there is a outflow which you can see as a capex here. So the calculation is fairly right. So 115 minus 439, it is bringing minus 324 free cash flow. There is no free cash flow because operating cash flow is 115, but there is almost 439 capex done. There is no free cash flow. and the ratio also is showing to be negative. This is one way that you verify or validate the calculation whatever is done by the tool. For this, you need to have a sound knowledge of the different formulas or how the approach is made for calculation. Okay, now I'll come to an important question, or why I had used plus. Usually the formula is operating cash flow minus capex. That's the right formula. But what happened is, when I did that formula, when you put minus capex, what the tool does is it put minus here as well as another minus which is part of the cash flow statement norm, where a minus is shown for outflows. So these two minus together becomes plus and shows a wrong figure for free cash flow. Here you see almost it's showing a huge positive free cash flow, which is false. The reason being the tool is not able to differentiate the minus used in the formula as well as the minus already there in the image as part of the indicator for cash outflow. Hence to compensate for this, I am just putting plus in my formula. So this is another reason why I tell us you should not blindly go with whatever output. You need to validate, always validate. And I have changed this formula to accommodate this tools, a different kind of understanding to get the right output. So that another reason why I tell you really cannot go with the prompt without proper understanding of what is the input being given and what output is being expected. If I give this prompt, only this prompt to somebody, they are going to argue with me back, hey Venkatesh, your formula is wrong, but this formula is right for a different reason. So friends, with this we have come close to the cash flow statement analysis of the 10 years cash flow statement analysis. Next video I'll be focusing more on other way of doing a 10-year cash flow statement. There are other ways. Whatever I did so far is picked up from screener as input, but let me quickly take you through other ways in my next video. Till then, bye. Thank you.